All right. So you talk to me about this because this one is more up your alley.
Yeah, so I'm a big Diablo player.
Yeah. I finished the main story and then stopped playing.
I'm going to be jumping into season 2. So, like, Diablo 4 is in a slightly, I wouldn't say weird space at the moment, but season 1 wasn't a huge success because it didn't really change the formula or really didn't add a lot. So, like, Diablo seasons kind of reset. So, like, when a new season begins, you start a new character, right? So you don't carry across your character. You start a new character, and then there's new things in the season that you take advantage of. There's a theme, and it's just for that season. And then after that 3 months, then you start again with a new character.
That stinks.
And that cadence works for some. Some people don't like it, but if you can get it right, like with Diablo 3, it's actually a lot of fun. So the thing with Diablo 4 is that, like, currently, like, it's not really in the headlines outside of, like, people aren't really playing it anymore. But with their second season, they're actually doing quite a bit. First off, it's coming to Steam in time for the second season. It's the second Blizzard game to do so, which is pretty major because Blizzard games have traditionally just been on Battle.net. So coming to Steam opens it up to a whole new range of players. You'll be able to, jump in to join with your Steam friends and things like that.
What was the first game?
Overwatch 2.
I thought it was Overwatch.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I'm like, was it Overwatch? It had to be Overwatch, yeah.
And so season 2 begins next week. It's called the Season of Blood, and it brings major changes. Like, it makes the whole leveling process to get to level 100 40% faster. It improves, like, the end game. So the end game of just, like, running dungeons over and over is now a lot more than that. They've got, like, a whole tiered end game boss situation where there's 5 bosses, and the first boss, you have to, once you get enough materials, you can summon them, and then they have a chance to drop these, like, unique items specific, so you can target farm bosses to get the right items, and then these bosses get progressively harder, and then the 5th hardest boss, which is Duriel, which is a boss from Diablo 2 coming back. That I think is in the campaign, and Duriel has a chance to drop uber uniques. And one of the criticisms from Diablo 4 at launch was that they had these items called uber uniques, and there's like a handful of them, and the chances of them dropping were like 1 in a billion.
What?
So odds are that nobody will ever see those items, right? So now they're saying that, like, these uber uniques, they can drop on Duriel, right? So, like, you have to, you can work towards it. Like, you have to, like, get these materials, you have to do these events and all this stuff to summon the boss. But then he has a significantly higher chance to drop these uber uniques. And Blizzard have said that, if you got, like, a group of friends playing Diablo 4, odds are that one of them will have, these unique items in season 2.
Okay, so they're lowering the drop chance for the item.
Yeah.
With the new boss.
Yeah, and the new season is, like, all about vampires, and there's new vampiric powers that are way more interesting than season 1's stuff. Like, they're pretty powerful, like, build augmenting stuff. So there's new vampiric events, there's a new quest line, new stories, and a whole list of, like, quality of life updates. Like, gems no longer take up stash space. They're just like a crafting material. There's all these, like, a huge list of quality of life, and apparently, like, season 2 is kind of like their answer to all the feedback they got from the June launch. So they've put, like, pretty much everything that people have been saying, hey, wouldn't it be great to do this, or I don't like that, or this isn't fun, and they're tuning it for this season. So it's going to be a interesting one. So when it drops, there'll be a lot of people giving their feedback.
Yeah, flocking back to the game.
Or this is great again, or this is, how it was at launch, or not. We'll basically find that out next week.
Okay, well, that is exciting. Maybe I'll jump back in and have another try at it, because I literally, as soon as I figured out that the character that I was playing, I will basically get deleted as soon as I start playing season 1. I was like, this sucks. I'm a RuneScape player. I've kept the same account for 12 years, just playing the same bloke that I've died countless times, and to think of that just being taken away from me and then reset and reskinned with vampires, I'm like, that makes me upset.
Carries over, so like all the bonus skill points, potions, and paragon points that you get from like we're doing everything in the main game, like carries over from season to season now, so that you don't have to regrind to get all those extra skill points and stuff. So if you have all your like renown, which is all the bonuses that you get from doing everything in Diablo 4, if you start a new season, you're going to have like 10 skill points to immediately
unlock skills.
So like, you'd be able to get like all, like, you'd be pretty decently into the skill tree as you begin, and then as soon as you like hit level 50 and get the paragon system, you'll be able to like spend like 20-30 paragon points like immediately.
Okay, so they've made the Passover a bit better.
And I got to sit down with Blizzard just the other day and talk about the new season, and with all their like drastic changes, I spoke to them about like 2 things that people would probably want is an easy way to be able to respec and change your build. So like, with the paragon points and all the skill trees and stuff, it's, if you reset everything to try a different build, it's like, it will take you like 20 minutes to get back to where you were before, like redoing all the points and stuff. They know that that's a pain point and they're looking into it. Not with this season, but like that'll probably be coming soon. And the other thing is that if they're doing all these like drastic changes and they don't have a PTR, which is a public test realm. So like if you look at World of Warcraft, even look at Diablo 3, or you look at any sort of like online game.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2, I used to play the PTR.
Yeah, so when they do like these huge balance changes, and this season introduces a whole sweep of like character class changes and balance changes to make builds feel more fun and stuff like that. I asked them, I said, like, without a PTR, like how are you able to really, really test this or even get feedback or fine tune things? And they know that there's only so much they can do internally, but they are looking into it, and that is something that's potentially on the cards. They obviously didn't confirm when or something like that will happen, but I think it's safe to say that Diablo 4 will be getting a PTR at some point.
Oh, is that an exclusive? Is that a Tweetown Show exclusive?
I think so, and I may have to just post this as news.
Someone play the sirens, like the boo 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 boo. Oh boy! All right, we about done on Diablo's 4 coming over to Steam.
Yep. Let's move on to the next topic.